Hi everyone, welcome to another bedtime story with Aisha Tales. If your bed is cozy enough, let's listen to this video. In a quiet neighborhood in London, the Darling family lived in a cozy home where the bustling city felt a world away. Mr. and Mrs. Darling had 3 children, Wendy, John, and Michael. Each night, Mrs. Darling would captivate her children with stories of the adventurous Peter Pan and the magical place called Neverland where he lived. Peter Pan, a boy who never grew up, was drawn to the Darling household because of these stories. He often visited from Neverland to the city by the nursery window and listened. One evening, as Peter was secretly listening to another tale, he was startled and fled, inadvertently leaving his shadow behind. The next night, Peter returned to reclaim his shadow. As he searched the nursery in the dark, he accidentally woke Wendy. Curious and fearless, Wendy helped him reattach his shadow with a needle and thread. Grateful and intrigued by her kindness, Peter invited Wendy to Neverland so she could tell stories to the lost boys, a band of children who, like him, never wanted to grow up. Wendy agreed, and with great excitement, her brothers John and Michael joined them. Before they could embark on their adventure, Tinkerbell, Peter's mischievous fairy companion, showered them with pixie dust. Think happy thoughts, Peter instructed, and suddenly they lifted into the air. Out of the nursery window and over London's rooftops they flew, towards the second star to the right and straight until morning. Upon reaching Neverland, a place of endless wonders and adventures, the children were welcomed by the lost boys. The island was full of vibrant life, mysterious lagoons with singing mermaids, dense forests echoing with the sounds of mythical beasts, and secretive hideouts where the lost boys lived. Wendy quickly became a cherished mother figure to the lost boys, tending to their needs and telling them captivating stories. Meanwhile, Peter relished his role as their fearless leader, always undertaking daring exploits. However, danger lurked in Neverland in the form of Captain Hook, a villainous pirate obsessed with vengeance against Peter Pan. Hook, with his imposing figure and a menacing hook in place of his right hand, which had been fed to a crocodile by Peter, vowed to destroy Peter and make Neverland his own. The crocodile, having tasted Hook's hand, followed him relentlessly with a ticking clock in its belly, marking its presence, filling Hook with dread. Peter and Hook's rivalry was intense, with numerous confrontations and duels throughout the island. Hook's ship, the Jolly Roger, loomed as a menacing fortress, and his band of pirates executed his orders, scheming various plots against Peter and his friends. One day, in a particularly daring enterprise, Hook managed to kidnap Tiger Lily, the daughter of the chief of the Native American tribe on the island. Knowing that Tiger Lily was dear to Peter, Hook used her as a bait to trap him. In a thrilling rescue mission, Peter cleverly outmaneuvered Hook and freed Tiger Lily, earning the gratitude and friendship of her people. The Darlings and the Lost Boys continued to enjoy idyllic days on the island, flying with Peter across the skies and watching captivating scenes unfold. Yet, amidst this otherworldly adventure, Wendy began to feel a pang of nostalgia for her family and the life she left behind in London. In a decisive turn of events, Captain Hook devised a cunning plan to capture Wendy and the Lost Boys. He managed to locate their hidden refuge and, using deceit, lured them into a trap. The children were taken aboard the Jolly Roger, where Hook intended to make them walk the plank into the waiting sea. Unbeknownst to Hook, Peter Pan, with the help of Tinker Bell, had escaped his grasp and now launched a daring rescue. In a final confrontation between Peter and Hook on the deck of the pirate ship, the two engaged in an epic duel. Peter, skillful and unrelenting, eventually won, and Hook, overwhelmed by his defeat, met his end in the jaws of the pursuing crocodile. With the pirates defeated, the children celebrated their victory, but the time had come for Wendy, John, and Michael to return to their home. Peter, although saddened, understood and agreed to fly them back to London. With more pixie dust and happy thoughts, they soared homeward, leaving Neverland behind. Back in London, Mr. and Mrs. Darling, who had missed their children dearly, were overjoyed to have them back. Though they returned to their lives with the Darling family, the memories of Neverland remained vivid in Wendy's mind. Peter Pan returned to Neverland, carrying on with his timeless adventures. He occasionally visited Wendy, but as time passed, she grew up, married, and had children of her own. Yet she never forgot the boy who refused to grow up and the enchanted place where dreams took flight. And so the story of Peter Pan, the boy who lived in the hearts of children everywhere, continued, reminding them to hold on to their sense of wonder and the magic of youth, even as they journeyed into adulthood. And the end of our today's fairy tale. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. See you next time everyone.